Are there any areas within Toronto that you believe are undervalued and that would be a good investment in this market right now?
Sure, if you sign up with me, I will tell you those. I know.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Okay, so yes, in my opinion, at this time, there are two segments of the market which I really think is undervalued. One is if you're getting a bit further away from the downtown and Toronto core, like you go to places like Durham, like Pickering, Ajax, Oshawa, or further north to some areas in some neighborhoods in Oak Ridges, Aurora, Newmarket, Bradford, Escalambry. These are the places that are, in my opinion, right now undervalued, and
Mhm.
because of all the infrastructures that are going there, there's so many new jobs are coming in the area, so it has a good potential growth for the future. Also, condos in downtown, midtown to all the way to Lakeshore, because of the fact, well, so many facts, we're not going to go through that right now, but it's oversaturated at this time. So it's a great time, and I'm going through a lot of my buyers, one of my clients that purchased through the years, and I know they have good equity on their property, and they were looking for some sort of investment. I tell them, listen, this is the time to think about buying a condo in downtown, because you can get like 40, 30, 50% discount on what the builder is selling right now in the resale market. We
Right.
never had such a big gap, so that's a good option as well. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I've noticed that as well. A lot of my clients have properties, they have condos just sitting on the market because there's so much inventory on the
Hmm.
market. So,
Yeah, but a lot of inventories. Yes.
yeah.
So have
So,
you? Let me ask you this, if you don't mind, about, just because it's this topic, and
yeah.
sorry to interrupt you. Now, uh, have you had? I'm sure you deal with a lot of transactions day to day, and you've seen a lot of people that did the pre-constructions prior, right? Do you see
Right.
a lot of problems nowadays for the closings in terms of valuations, or how does it work? Because I've heard a lot of things
Yeah.
uh, of what's going on.
Yeah, it's a very challenging market. We've had a few deals just over the last 2 3 months that have fallen apart. They bought during COVID when it was like 2021, and now the project is finished, and either the appraisal is not sort of coming back at the value that was actually the sale price,
Hmm.
or in the alternative, their financial circumstances have changed and they simply don't have, the funds to close. So we are seeing a lot of that. It is unfortunate, but I'm also seeing that a lot of the builders are more inclined to find a solution. They're being more cooperative,
Okay.
and sometimes we've been able to negotiate like a VTB directly from the builder. Other times we're getting lengthier extensions when in the past they wouldn't agree to any of those
Hmm.
situations, to a lengthy extension. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but I think everyone is sort of is in survival mode, and builders recognize that,
Yes,
and they're doing what they can to sort of save deals. Yeah,
that's great. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you. Yeah,
yeah.
sorry, go on. I was just
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
that
no,
was,
no, no worries.
yeah,
Like I said,
related to
yeah,
this.
feel free
Yes.
to ask questions as well.
Hmm.
Um, so, on that same sort of topic, where do you see the market heading next year, Marco?
Well, I see market is likely to remain active next year, with potential shifts depending on broader economic factors like interest rates, wars, and potential tariffs that the new U.S. administration have in mind. That's something that you can't discount. Probably is going to have some big effects on the economy. But we're seeing consistent demand on the market, and there's so many examples of that. Um, just last like just last week, it was a property that was sitting on the market for a few months, about 2.8, 2.9, and I helped one of my clients to purchase that. but in fact they had four other offers after, like, it was sitting on the market for a few months. There was not no hit, and now all of a sudden they had four offers on it. So that means that there are buyers out there. I think there are so many buyers on the sideline. They're on a waiting mode,
Right.
which is a good thing. I think the how do I put that in a nice way? So we had a lot of cleaning up. The market has to be done, and I think we are almost there. A
Right.
lot of people that shouldn't ever bought a property, they did. We're not even qualified. They shouldn't have bought. They did, and unfortunately, uh, there are problems right now. But these things are cleaning up. The bad mortgages are cleaning up. Some private sales are coming and going. I think that we will see, if there's no major shift on the market, there's no major war or more major tariff on the market. I think we will have a lot more active market, as especially on the second or third quarter of next year.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think everyone sort of expects interest rates to continue to come down, and that should, I'm sure, help with the activity levels as well.
Yeah,
Do you agree?
it does, and I think it will come down, but I don't think it's gonna be as fast as a lot of people are hopeful,
Hmm.
because as we can see, the inflation rate went up a bit again, and again, as what I said, the new U.S. administration will impose some tariffs. If they do, that will bring up the inflation. I did an actual YouTube video on that, and if it
Hmm.
does, then it's gonna make the government hold off on drastically reducing the interest rate. So we'll
I
have to
see.
see how this is going to play out. But yeah.
Right. I see. Yeah. Good point. Good point. Okay.
Stay tuned for part 3.
Ask Marco